Hi everyone, it's Matt with Mineral Stains. Today we're going to cover a different product than what you're used to seeing. It's not a potassium silicate. It's not really intended on masonry. So we're going to talk about the polyurethane membrane, the furthest one next to the coloring kit on our shop page. So this product is part polyurethane, 3 different resins. Resin basically means, in regular paint terms, the protection. So the more expensive the paint, the more resin that a manufacturer is going to use. So we have 3 different ones for durability and UV protection. So the polyurethane is in there obviously as a hardener, but also to keep that UV protection. A lot of epoxy and cheaper silicone membranes are going to yellow and fade over time. We're going to probably go right up to a 10-year warranty with this product, so you should get longer durability and resistance. The other thing is we have biocides in there to keep any mildew, algae, bacterial growth away. It will get dirty. You will need to obviously power wash, whether it be a roof or a vertical wall. But for the most part, it's going to give you a little bit of peace of mind. So the polyurethane membrane can be used on vertical walls, and also it could be used on roof. Metal, wood, or shingles are totally fine with this product. For instance, I'm going to give you an example. This is a metal roof sample. We've applied the roof membrane, and the actual polyurethane membrane is up to 10 times thicker than most paints. So you're going to get about 24 mil or just below 500 microns when we talk about the thickness. It can't be too thick, because too thick is also not good, and it can't be all polyurethane either, because if the roof is moving, especially shingles, if you were to put a straight polyurethane with a thickener or hardener on top of it, any of that movement would crack the actual roof line. So sometimes I get asked, can you use it on an RV or something that you're transporting? Yes, you can, because if it's moving, our product is going to give it a little bit of rigidity and flexibility. So it's hard enough on the surface, and it fully hardens at 7 days is the first curing process, and within 2 to 3 weeks, you will notice it gets much harder. So this is one example. The other example, when we talk about roof shingles, you'll notice we have a lot of different colors. Right now we're just offering white in the quart size, and we're going to expand a little bit with colors and sizes down the road. So again, a roof shingle is going to move. If you have a product that's too, not so much thick, but too hard, it's going to crack. So this poly membrane has to be hard enough, strong enough, but pliable enough to where if there's movement, it's not going to crack the actual roof shingle. You've probably seen a video we did a while back where I'm hitting the roof shingle with a hammer. So this is actually more durable than a traditional roof shingle. If you're going to redo your roof with our product, I would just check and make sure within a permitting and ordinance process in your area that it's okay to do so. But as far as our standpoint in testing, it's totally safe on our standpoint. But T11 boards, for example, or even like LP siding, this is the traditional non-painted, and then this is our liquid membrane. So if you notice, you still get the grooves, you get the thickness. And what's cool about our product, if I flip this over, instead of using, like if you were to build a house and you're using a Tyvek or any type of paper or plastic membrane, you could actually use this product if you're going to obviously put some type of a siding down. This is perfectly fine to use as a water barrier. We've done a testing with a mold, like a bathtub if you will, where we kept the water inside the surface for up to 2 months to show that the water, even with the weight distribution, is not getting through. So a wall of this magnitude will be totally fine to use this type of product. Again, we're not saying to skip the traditional membrane, but you could use it as such. So we're just showing you the versatility. And then finally, if you were to go and apply our membrane let's say on the shingle, whether it's metal or wood or bitumen, like this, for example. If you have any crevices or joints where you got about a ½ an inch of a wide gap, at that point, just to stay safe, you could use what we call a polyester woven. It's pretty durable. You see me pulling on it. So what you could do, say we do in increments of like 3 to 4 inches, you're going to put the first coat down, for instance, on one of these. And then if there is an in-between or a cut or right around the chimney, you're going to put the first coat down, and then you're going to put a thin layer of the woven right on top, so just one layer, and then you're going to put our coating right over it. When it dries, the actual woven is going to work. If you could imagine, if you build a concrete like a rebar type, this is the extra adhesion and durability it's going to do. So a lot of commercial roofers that use something comparable to our membrane, like a premium polyurethane, they could simply take the entire roof, put the first coat, and then do the entire woven. And many times for residential, it may be overkill, but you could definitely do so. In this case, I would just go around perimeters where you have inseams and cuts and water intrusion may get in. So in this case, if you have a chimney, you could actually take, again, say you have a 4 to 6 inch, go right around the perimeter, put the second coat, and then you're basically watertight at that point. So that's what the woven that we offer could be used. Right now we're offering this product in the quart size. Down the road we're going to offer it in most likely 4 gallon, 1 gallon, and then if you need to do specific colors like a red, orange, gray, or black, we do require minimum orders, and that's going to be 50 gallons and more, just because when we make this, it's got to be made in batches and large amounts. We can't just simply put a colorant in later just because it's going to dilute the product. The product is very thick, very sticky, and it has to be made in batches. So right now we're going to be offering the white, and then we're slowly going to introduce the lighter gray down the road. info@mineralstains.com if you have any questions. Thank you so much for attending this video.